Hi there, this is Michelle, speech therapist from Therapy Works Together, and today I wanted to talk to you about exercises for toddlers' speech delay. There are all sorts of great ideas that speech therapists use, and today I wanted to share one of them with you, and it's primarily being a great model, even if you use different methods or different strategies to provide that model. So sometimes, your child is nonverbal, or they have a delay, or they're a late talker, or there might be some underlying medical condition, but we treat the symptoms. We treat the fact that your child is not speaking, and so a lot of the strategies end up being very similar. This one, or let me back it up a second, I want to make sure that before we're asking a child to actually speak, we're asking the child to communicate, which is really, really important, because if your child has excellent communication skills, those speech and language skills are going to be built on top of that. So what are the communication skills that I'm looking for a child to present with or to have? Great eye contact and pointing. That's definitely a precursor to having them say anything. So no matter the strategy that I'm giving you an example of, or the tips that I'm giving, I want good eye contact and I want pointing. So if you've seen other videos about me talking about giving a child a choice of two, right? If you're giving them two things, an apple and an orange, they at least should be making eye contact with you and making eye contact or looking at the item that they want. You, the apple, you, the apple, that's joint attention. That's in another video that I presented. Maybe they're even pointing to the item that they want. So they're looking at you, they're looking at the apple, and they're pointing, making a vocalization perhaps, or saying some sort of approximation. So those are definitely precursor, things that I want the child to be doing, right? Before they're even saying anything to you. Those are skills, that was the word I was looking for. Those are precursor skills that I'm actually looking for before the child is saying any sort of word. We really need to build those. So if you haven't seen the videos about joint attention, that's definitely something to watch before this one. But if your child is making great eye contact, if they're pointing to what they want, you can definitely use this strategy that I'm going to be talking about now. So something I see parents doing all the time is saying things like, say whatever, say car, say doggy, say apple, right? Or they're using a really ambiguous sentence for kids. Use your words. What are words? What does that mean, use? I have no idea what you want from me. So I say, throw that ambiguous use your words phrase out the window. Don't bother with it. Nobody really understands what that means. I have a teenager. I don't even think he knows what that means. So don't even bother. Okay. And then say, fill in the blank, apple, car, puppy, cookie, daddy, whatever it is. Don't bother with that either, because nobody speaks that way, right? And the thing that's great about speech therapists is that we really want to promote communication, not just repetition, right? We don't want our kids to parrot us. We want our kids to communicate with us and the world around them. So we don't want them to hear, say this, say that, right? We want them to actually communicate. So I want to talk to you about being a great model. That's what parents are all the time. Hopefully we want to model the right behavior, the best behavior, the way to act and communicate to our kids. So I'd like to suggest that you use something called a carrier phrase. That's just a fancy name for fill in the blank. Okay, so here are a few ways you can model for your child filling in the blank during normal communication, during everyday activities, bath time, meal times, play times, whatever it is. I'm going to use my little car over here. So you're going to have to model this a few times. Don't expect it to necessarily happen right away, but if you've modeled it several times over several days, you can start to sort of leave that blank, and hopefully your child will start to communicate the word back to you that you've been modeling, right? So I'm going to, again, play with the car, and I'm going to do a few things. So one is just vroom, go, right? And you can model it as you're playing with the car. Vroom, go. The target word is go. If your child says vroom, also, that's fabulous, but we want them to say go. So eventually you'll just say vroom and wait expectantly. Try to hold back. I know it's really, really hard and you just want to fill in the blank, or you want to say go or something like that. Just wait expectantly. In your mind, count to 5 and see if your child does anything, looks at you, makes eye contact, starts to open their mouth to say something. Another one you could do is with these sort of what we call verbal routines. So things like ready, set, go. So obviously on go, that's the blank we want them to fill. So you would, again, wait expectantly. You can say, if you have a dog, right? You can tell the dog what to do. Tell him to go, and he'll go away. Or tell the car to go. Again, the target word that we want to teach the child is go, so you'll have them fill in the blank go. It can be with them requesting something, right? So you can say, I want a car, right? Or I want a cookie. Or for kids who are still at maybe, you know, single words or just learning to put very, very short sentences together, and using maybe baby sign, you can say, gimme cookie, or gimme more, right? And then eventually you'll just say, gimme, waiting expectantly. You can hold the object up, right? Gimme car. It's painful, I know, to hold on and wait and not say anything and not fill in that blank, but try it. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it's working for you. These carrier phrases are definitely a strategy that speech therapists use all the time. All the time. You'll see us having kids fill in the blank everywhere and all the time. So let me know how it's working for you. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. There's going to be new videos every week. Bye.